So then a very warm welcome again. So we had a great morning session, great panels. We just stepped out of Marina's panel, so a little bit difficult and stressy, but I was really, really very impressed by all the contributions from everywhere. And Marina, should I start with a brief summarization? Okay, then I will do this. So I had the first panel focusing more a little bit on how we can bridge the gap between theory, let's say, and the practice, what we can do to bring the SDGs in action. And we really had great contributions, and we easily focused on several problems. First of all, there is a lack of awareness how supportive SDGs could be in terms of creating more sustainability in global supply chains, for example, or within the business. And the second point, directly leading from this lack of awareness, and what also came from the UK Global Compact Local Network, was very interesting, because they all said companies always think about compliance first, and this is happening all over Europe in the moment. And this is definitely one of the huge problems, because they are not suffering from being more sustainable, they are suffering from going the wrong way. Yeah. So, and this is what we, as researchers and teachers, I think we can have a huge impact, yeah, on supporting companies in doing this. And this directly leads to a leadership gap, yeah, which is not only true for the companies, but it's also true for the business schools, yeah. So that sometimes we don't get the required, let's say, push from the deans, yeah, to really bring this in. And also Rob said very precise that we all go in business school for the reactive way. Yeah? So we have all the challenges, and then when the challenges somehow make our life a little bit more difficult, then we start doing something instead of going ahead and trying to find new ways. And I think this understanding, so you had this in your panel, Marina, before, this 4 C's. I really like this, yeah, this creativity, curiosity, courage, and collaboration. So I think these are our 4 major, let's say, highlights, yeah, and we have so much to say in this respect, and I think we have the power to really inspire not only the businesses, but our students, our colleagues, and we have so much knowledge, and I learned so much within these 4 hours today. That I hope we can go on for this and really find ways to better collaborate all around the world. And Prime is a perfect platform for this, but I think we have a lot of potential to make it even better. Yeah. So then I would say I hand over to you, and then we have some final sentences, but we only have a few minutes. So I think we are really looking forward to the next part.
Absolutely, Lisa. And I couldn't agree more with what you just summarized. I think we had excellent contributions before. Some of the sessions that I was part of also were centered on different disciplines. So I was also part of the international business breakout. And there we also really challenged how business or international business is currently being taught and how we are doing it. So there's a lot of collaboration going on, impact-centered. We were talking about how important it is that we bring nature back into the classroom and to foster this connectivity. We were talking also about, really challenging the status quo of business education through different perspectives that we bring to the classroom, that we also go beyond the standard, big corporations that we discuss, to focusing more on the small and medium-sized enterprises, maybe also the niche examples that we are usually not pulling to the forefront of our attention. And what I also particularly enjoyed in the panel that I was just part of now as a moderator is that and that is something that I think we need a lot more of also in Prime, is the student perspective. So I was happy to have Sophia and Lazar also as Prime Global Student Ambassadors with me in the session just now. I think we need to foster this collaboration, also co-creation, co-design a lot more when it comes to teaching and education. And I hope that also for the future Prime events, we will do that even more. It's great to always hear from the fellow educators and what they're doing. Everyone has been sharing great examples. I hope there will be a lot of collaboration, as you mentioned, as an outcome of this global forum. But overall, I believe there can be more stakeholders that we can involve. And first and foremost, obviously, our students. They are our target group, so to speak. But how about we involve them more actively and really co-create? And that would be one of my wishes that I have also from the session that we had earlier, definitely.
Yeah, that's a very important point, so that we have this stakeholder engagement, like we know it from our laws, so in Europe, that we also do this in Prime, and that we improve the collaboration here, because also what we are now started, or the Nordic chapter started this collaboration between the UN Global Compact local networks and Prime. I think this is a very, very interesting activity, because I'm also in Germany in the advisory board of the UN Global Compact Local Network Germany. And there you can see that we have very interesting discussions, because sometimes there is a, let's say, slightly difference how we see the different things. So to give you one example, I was arguing with the colleagues from the UN Global Compact, because now they have these 5 areas of action, which are not directly related to the SDGs. So it's difficult for the companies to understand how this works. And for me, it's always difficult to come with 5 different areas of action, because every company has a different starting point. So you have to make it more, let's say, industry related, or based on geographical differences, cultural differences. So there needs to be a more diverse, let's say, approach to achieve the targets. So I think we can inspire each other a lot, in this area, because we know a lot about research and how we can implement this in teaching, and also in trainings, executive training. That's the same thing. So I'm also now making always advertise the games we are playing in the universities, because I always say gamification is also very, very helpful for employees, because you got to know each other in a better way. It's very interesting to learn about the different possibilities to have to make a progress. So there is so much out there, and I think we should really take this opportunity and collaborate and work together and find joint ways. And I hope that our next RME research conference in Berlin will be a new starting point also with the students, because I'm completely with you, Marina. The student voice is essential, because we have to start from the problems and the let's say challenges the new generations have to face, and we have to take them also serious, because they have problems we did not have when we were students. So we have to be aware of this, and we have to prepare them to be the sustainable future leaders in our society all around the world, societies all around the world. Anything we should add, or?
Yeah, maybe just to briefly conclude, because I think we also promised to end with something hopeful. And I found a nice quote also on the book Radical Imagination. It was also recently taken to the educational space. And I read this out to you, maybe just as a kind of concluding remark, because I do feel that, and it was also part of the discussions before, that we are navigating now the space in between hope and despair. So the quote is like, in education, these moments in between the binaries of hope and despair occur when difficult conversations are being held, when challenging actions are being undertaken, when spaces are created, when awareness of difference can lead to new ideas, alliances, solidarities, and possibilities. So I think that is very much what we heard also, before and today across all of the panels discussions. And I think this type of radical imagination can help us a lot to drive us forward in the educational space.
That's perfect final word. Thank you very much, Marina. And this is exactly what we have to do. And we got already in the chat a lot of approval, that collaboration, that we have to learn from each other, and that we have to inspire each other. I think that's essential to go forward and really make a progress. Then I would also say thank you very much to all the participants. So we had outstanding numbers in our different panels. It was a great pleasure talking to you. And also, again, thank you to all the panelists, so that you had been willing to get up so early. I know in the UK it was 7 in the morning, so it was not so easy, but thank you very much for all these great contributions, and have a great week, because there are so many outstanding activities going on during the week, and I hope to see some of you online during the week. Bye-bye.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Bye.